You probably think journaling is just writing down your feelings, right? Something only people with too much time do. But what if I told you it's the single habit that separates people who just go through life from those who actually build it with purpose? I used to think journaling was pointless too, until I realized it's how you talk to your future self. Every successful person you look up to writes, not because it looks productive, but because it works. So, before you scroll past this, hear me out, because this one habit might completely change the trajectory of your life. There was a time when I felt stuck. Every day felt the same. Wake up, train, go to work, scroll, sleep. I was doing a lot, but nothing was moving forward. Then one night, I grabbed a blank notebook and just wrote, "What am I really doing with my life?" It felt awkward at first, like I was talking to no one. But then something shifted. Writing forced me to slow down. It made me confront what I was avoiding, and therefore, I started to see things I hadn't noticed before. The habits that were draining me, the thoughts that kept repeating, the small wins I never appreciated. When you write, you turn your thoughts into something real. You pull them out of your head and put them in front of you. And that's where clarity starts. The science even backs it up. Writing moves your emotions from the reactive part of your brain to the logical part. That's why problems feel smaller after you write about them. You've processed them, not just felt them. But then, most people never take the time to write. They keep everything bottled up, and therefore, they keep reliving the same emotions, the same mistakes, the same frustrations day after day. Now here's where journaling becomes powerful. When you turn reflection into direction, that's where SMART goals come in. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. When you apply that to your writing, your dreams start becoming actual plans. Because now, you're not just writing to vent, you're writing to build. Let's make this real. Grab your journal or open your notes app and do this with me. Write 3 goals right now. Your short-term goal, your medium-term goal, and your long-term goal. A short-term goal is something you can achieve in the next 1 to 3 months. Maybe it's train 4 times a week for the next 90 days. Or read 1 book this month, something that builds momentum. Your medium-term goal is something that challenges you in the next 6 to 12 months, like save $10,000 by the end of the year, or grow your channel to 5,000 subscribers. Then your long-term goal, that's the big one, the vision that drives everything else. Maybe it's be financially free by 30, or build a business that lets you take care of your family. But then, don't just write them down and walk away. Connect them. Your short-term goals feed your medium ones. Therefore, your medium-term goals become the stepping stones toward your long-term vision. When you see that connection, your actions start to have direction. Every small move you make starts to matter. When you keep journaling, you'll start to notice growth, not just in what you achieve, but in who you are becoming. You'll read old pages and realize you're not that same person anymore. The problems that used to break you now just teach you. But then, if you stop writing, you'll feel that fog return, that loss of clarity. And therefore, journaling isn't just a habit. It's a mirror that keeps you aligned with your purpose. So here's your challenge tonight. Write 1 page. Write your 3 SMART goals, short, medium, and long term. Then every day, write 1 sentence about what you did to move closer to them. Because one day you'll look back at those pages and realize that was the moment it all started. The moment you stopped running from your thoughts and started learning from them. And before you end your day, remember this. None of this works if you're not resting right. Go back to the basics. Get good sleep. Because without rest, even the strongest mind burns out. And if you can't sleep, write. Empty your thoughts onto paper before bed. Let your mind breathe. Sometimes, the reason you can't fall asleep is because your thoughts are too loud. Writing them down silences the noise and frees your mind. So breathe, write, and rest. Tomorrow needs a clear mind and a rested soul. If this message helped you or gave you clarity, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps more people find this, and it keeps you connected to content that pushes you to grow. Think deeper and become better every single day.